Both Classic Chrome and Eterna are two popular film simulations for documentary-style photography, but those film simulations couldn't be more different in the way they look and the way they feel, which is a very important consideration when choosing a film simulation. So I'm going to take you through the differences between these two film simulations, Classic Chrome and Eterna, to help you decide which one would suit your photography best. Now, I do just want to make a quick note about how I do these comparisons. I had a brash comment on another film simulation comparison video that I did, which accused me of using Lightroom, taking the same photo and then applying Lightroom's film simulation presets to the photos, which makes all of these comparisons worthless. Now, that is correct, that the Lightroom film simulation presets are worthless because they're just somebody at Adobe who, is making adjustments to color and contrast to look like the Fujifilm film simulations and then naming it with the same film simulation that it's trying to emulate, but it is not an actual film simulation. So if you're using the Lightroom presets, they are not the same. What I'm actually doing for these comparisons is using the in-camera raw converter. So I'm taking a picture and using the actual camera itself that was used to capture the photo, I am changing the film simulation after the fact, which is the same thing as doing a film simulation bracket or choosing which film simulation I want to use during shooting, because it's using the camera's processor. Now, if you want to learn more about how to use the in-camera raw converter, you can check out a video that I did, which I'll have linked here. So let's get into comparing Classic Chrome and Eterna. We're going to start by looking at the tonal characteristics, or the contrast. And to help us do this, I'm also going to show a histogram for the image with that film simulation. The histogram is from Lightroom. The film simulation is not. That's done in camera. So we're just going to start by looking at a typical landscape scene. This is Provia, the standard film simulation with true-to-life color and contrast. Now, when we switch the film simulation to Classic Chrome, the histogram looks fairly similar. So overall, the contrast between Classic Chrome and Provia is pretty close. Classic Chrome does introduce a little more shadow contrast, and we're going to see that in a minute. But for the most part, the contrast is fairly true to life. But now when we compare that to Eterna, watch what happens with the histogram. It gets kind of sucked in. That image is flatter. Both the highlight contrast and the shadow contrast are closer to the middle. It doesn't quite have that pop or three-dimensional feeling that Provia or Classic Chrome have. Now looking at another landscape photo that has some small areas of blown out highlights and then some deep shadow areas. This again is Provia. Now watch as we go to Classic Chrome how that histogram on the shadows goes even much further into the shadows than it did in the previous example. And that's because we already started with some pretty deep shadows in this photo, and Classic Chrome makes those even deeper. The highlight contrast is more or less the same. But if we were to switch this photo to Eterna, now watch what happens on that left side of the histogram where the shadows are. We really reveal a lot more shadow detail with Eterna because of that low amount of shadow contrast. Now, Eterna can't do anything for blown out highlights. You can see that peak on the far right where we have highlight clipping. Eterna can't fix that if there are already overexposed areas of the picture. But overall, generally, it just has flatter contrast. Now let's look at a night scene. This photo was taken on a full moon, and you can see that moon reflected in the horse trailer. You can see their shadows on the ground. But overall, it's a pretty dark picture. You can't see a lot of details on the foreground. You can't see any details in the mountains in the background. And you're not seeing a lot of detail in the horses or the truck behind the trailer. Now, when we switch this over to Classic Chrome, watch what happens to those shadows. They get even darker. We lose even more shadow detail. Almost the entire picture now becomes black, except for that moonlight reflecting in the trailer. But if we go to Eterna, now watch what happens to all of those dark areas. Suddenly, we can see a lot more detail in the foreground, significantly more detail in the foreground. You can see the texture in the horses. We can see a lot more of what's happening in the mountains in the background and that truck behind the trailer. That's quite a big difference from Provia. So that's a basic comparison of the tonal differences, the contrast between Classic Chrome and Eterna. Now let's take a look at the color differences because these can be significant also. One of the biggest differences is what both Classic Chrome and Eterna do to blues. Here's a mural painted on the side of a parking garage. It's a very monochromatic scene. It's a lot of blues, and this is Provia. Those blues are fairly rich. They have a good amount of saturation. Classic Chrome is known for its shift towards the cyan in the blues. See how these blues are a little more desaturated than Provia, but the bigger difference is the hue shift towards the cyans. And Eterna actually does the same thing. The colors are going to be desaturated even more, but they're still going to have that slight shift in hue. So they have just a little more green or a little more cyan than Provia. Overall, both Classic Chrome and Eterna subdue all colors. Eterna more so than Classic Chrome. And one of the reasons for this is because these are considered documentary style film simulations. They're for storytelling, and when colors get in the way of the story, if colors distract at all, these two film simulations will subdue those colors to make those colors less distracting to help your viewer focus more on the story. So we have this bright red shirt, this bright yellow bandana, and the blue jeans. That horse has a beautiful brownish orangish coat. But when we go to Classic Chrome, watch how much all of those colors, except the blues, get pulled down in saturation. The blues are still desaturated, but not as much as the reds in that shirt and the yellows in that scarf. Eterna does this even more. Those colors become much flatter, and even that red shirt, the luminosity in the reds appears to be darker than it is in Provia. It's just far less brilliant than it is in that Provia film simulation. And again, if we look at the changes in contrast also, Classic Chrome has deeper shadows than Provia, but in Eterna, we don't quite have those deep shadows that we have with the other two film simulations. Here's another example with some of the same colors. This is Provia, and when you view this compared to both Classic Chrome and Eterna, note those color shifts in the blues. The surfboard and the sky are closer to cyan. They have a little more green in them. And the red in that surfboard is very subdued in both Classic Chrome and Eterna. Let's take a look at this sunset. We have those beautiful magentas and pinks and oranges in this sky with Provia. They have good saturation even without going to Velvia, but both Classic Chrome and Eterna are going to subdue that sky. In Classic Chrome, those sky colors are going to be desaturated, but we still have that contrast that we had in Provia. So some of those bright areas are pretty close to clipping. But in Eterna, we have much softer gradients in the contrast in that sky, but the colors are nowhere near as brilliant as they are in Provia. And we can see a lot more shadow detail in the foreground also. There are some more subtle differences in color shifts between Provia and Classic Chrome. Some of the reds may appear to be shifted a little more towards the magenta side. It all just depends on the tonality of the colors, but those basic color shifts are mostly in the blues and the overall saturation. So that's great. Those are the technical comparisons, contrast and color. But when might you actually want to use each one over the other? Because that is the most important decision that you're going to have to make. So as I mentioned earlier, both of these film simulations are very popular among documentary photographers, storytelling photographers. You can certainly use these film simulations at any time, but you may want to consider them for more of a documentary style feeling. Classic Chrome is based on the chrome film stocks that were popular in the middle to latter half of the last century that were very popular in documentary style magazines, while Eterna is based on Fujifilm's Eterna cinema film. If you think back to the last few movies that you watched, you may have noticed that at least one of them, maybe more, had some flat contrast and subdued colors so that those weren't blasted in your face, overpowering the story that the movie was actually telling. And that's what Eterna was designed for. But there are times where you may want that contrast in color. These ruins in Cozumel, we have that nice blue sky, that saturated green grass, the contrast that gives this photo that three-dimensional feeling. If we go to Classic Chrome, we lose some of those colors. The sky and the grass aren't quite as brilliant, but at least this maintains that contrast because Classic Chrome has strong contrast. If you look at the histogram between Provia and Classic Chrome, it's more or less the same. Classic Chrome has deeper shadows. But watch what happens if we were to do this photo with Eterna. Now, not only do we lose a lot of the colors that made this photo part of what it is, but we also lose that three-dimensional feeling because that contrast becomes much flatter. There is a use case for this, though, for Eterna in a situation like this, and that's for doing some light edits on a JPEG file. If you just don't know what you want to do with the picture, but you want the ability to make those adjustments, unlike your phone's photo editor after the fact with that JPEG file, without having to go into a RAW processor, you can photograph in Eterna because it's going to try to maintain highlight and shadow detail. It's not going to do any crazy color shifts or saturations, and that gives you the ability to do a lot more to that JPEG file than you'd be able to with any other film simulation. So if I take this Eterna JPEG into my phone's photo editor, just the default editor, I don't need to recover any highlight or shadow detail because Eterna did that for me. And if I wanted to, I could increase contrast. That's a lot easier than taking contrast away. So I could add a little contrast. Maybe I could increase the black point. I could increase the vibrance. And now that photo actually looks a lot more like it did with the Provia film simulation, but editing a JPEG with Eterna. If I tried doing that with Classic Chrome, it already has a lot of contrast. If I wanted to reveal some of the shadow detail, particularly on the left side of the photo here, I can't just increase the shadows and get those back, because in this JPEG file, that shadow detail is already gone. Same thing with this photo here. I love the depth that the contrast gives to this photo. And I also love those late evening warm colors, especially the rim light on the horseback rider and on the sagebrush in the background. Classic Chrome takes a lot of those colors away. It shifts those colors, it shifts the hue, but it at least still maintains that contrast to give this photo depth. Now, if I switch over to Eterna, I lose even more of those colors and I lose a lot of that contrast. I personally don't like what Eterna did to this photo. You might like it. This is all subjective, okay? There's no right or wrong here. But if I didn't know what I wanted to do to this photo, I still have that flat JPEG that I can work with in my phone's photo editor. So maybe now I just increase the black point. I'm still maintaining some shadow detail, but it's giving the photo a little more punch. I can even increase the white balance a little bit to increase the warmth of the photo, add a little vibrance. And now I might like this photo more than the Provia version. But if I shot this in Classic Chrome and tried doing any of those adjustments, even if I tried changing the white balance to Classic Chrome, it's not going to warm up the photo like it would for Eterna because of the way all of the colors are slightly shifted. And if I wanted to bring any shadow texture back, there's no way for me to do that. Let's look at some more examples. Here's an environmental portrait. I love the blues in the background, but maybe the skin has just a little too much color. I don't want to completely take all of the life out of the skin, but it's a little too rosy for me. Check out how much Classic Chrome shifted the hue of the blues in the background. It maintained the contrast in the picture, and it held on to some of the color in the skin. Eterna, on the other hand, just kind of muddies this picture. That skin looks a lot more lifeless, but like I said, it gives you options to edit that JPEG later. Here's an example where I might want to use Eterna. This dark interior photo has some colors that are slightly distracting, and the shadows in the background are really, really deep. You can't really see what's going on back there. Those shadows are even deeper in Classic Chrome. Those colors become less distracting because they're less saturated. But with Eterna, now we can really make out a lot of the detail in this little warehouse. We still maintain some of the hint of colors that we have in this scene, but they're not overpowering. But it really gives us a good view into this dark environment. Doing a landscape in the same park, this just looks like your standard straight out of camera JPEG. Normal colors, normal contrast. If I wanted it to have a little more of a documentary feeling, add some mood to the picture, change it up. See how Classic Chrome shifting everything to cyan, it gives this photo a lot more character. It completely changes the mood of the picture from the standard colors that you find in Provia. Eterna does kind of the same thing. Less contrast, but the colors change the mood of the picture. You'll note in this picture that Classic Chrome kind of makes that picture feel a little bit cooler. And that's one of the things that I like using Classic Chrome for, is to kind of provide or inject a feeling of coldness. We can see that here diving on this really cold day. This is Provia, and then Classic Chrome with those subdued overall colors, but the blues shifting so much more towards cyan. It just makes the photo feel colder, right? And that's one of the really neat things about these film simulations, is being able to change how your viewers feel through the use of all of the color shifts that these different film simulations have. Nostalgic neg and classic neg, for example, would make this photo feel warmer. And then Eterna, we still have kind of that cooler feeling, but now with flatter contrast. And then I just want to end with this vibrant market scene in Guatemala. Beautiful country with beautiful colors. This Provia photo just kind of looks like a straight out of camera JPEG. Going to Classic Chrome, we still get a feeling of those colors, but they're not quite as overpowering. And that might help you focus more on the story here, which is the ice cream vendor giving ice cream to this mother with a child on her back. But Classic Chrome still gives us that contrast for depth. Eterna also subdues those colors, but just makes this photo really flat. And I probably wouldn't choose Eterna for this particular scene unless, of course, I wanted to edit it on a phone later. So to recap the comparison between Classic Chrome and Eterna, Classic Chrome has much stronger contrast and very unique color characteristics that give it a finished look right when you press the shutter button. Eterna, on the other hand, with its more neutral contrast and neutral color, doesn't give you quite as a finished look, but that muted style may be what you're going after, and it also gives you a little more latitude in post-processing to adjust the contrast and color. If you want to go into even more detail in the differences between all of Fujifilm's film simulations, you can check out my free Fujifilm film simulation course at photocourses.link/filmsims. Please let me know if you have any other questions or comments about these two film simulations. Subscribe for more great tips every week, and I hope to see you in the next video.